Alright, stop, collaborate and listen.
Number 10. Pat Benatar, Shadows of the Night versus Rascal Flatts, No Rains. It's one thing to draw inspiration, but Rascal Flatts may have taken it a step too far in this case. Their 2007 song No Rains is quite reminiscent of Benatar's 80s hit Shadows of the Night, particularly in its distinctive introductory notes.
We're running with the shadows of the night.
In 2008, songwriter D.L. Byron, who penned Benatar's anthem, filed a lawsuit accusing the band of plagiarizing his work. While Rascal Flatts representatives claimed the similarities were coincidental, the parallels are hard to ignore. At least the country band didn't try to replicate Benatar's World War II-inspired music video. That would have been pretty suspicious.
So baby, take my hand, it'll be alright.
Number 9. The New Seekers' I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing, in Perfect Harmony, versus Oasis' Shaker Maker. The Devil May Care British band has enjoyed massive success, but their early work wasn't without controversy. Oasis's 1994 track Shaker Maker was accused of stealing from the New Seekers' 1971 Sunshine Pop hit, famously tied to a Coca-Cola ad. While Noel Gallagher, the band's guitarist, claimed the song was more of an homage than a ripoff, the legal system didn't see it that way. The New Seekers filed a lawsuit, and Oasis was forced to pay a hefty $500,000 settlement for the alleged infringement. Despite Gallagher's laid-back attitude about the situation, the payout served as a stark reminder that even paying tribute can come with a hefty price tag. Number 8. Joe Satriani, If I Could Fly versus Coldplay, Viva La Vida. Coldplay's Grammy-winning hit may have topped the charts, but it also struck a sour chord with several artists.
I used to rule the world, seas would rise when I gave the word.
Guitar virtuoso Joe Satriani accused the band of lifting significant portions of his instrumental, If I Could Fly. Around the same time, indie band Creaky Boards alleged Coldplay copied their song, The Songs I Didn't Write, claiming Chris Martin attended a concert where they performed it.
And it would have made you cry. What would have fallen from your eye?
Even Cat Stevens, now known as Yusuf Islam, chimed in, suggesting the track borrowed from his song, Foreigner Suite.
The moment you walked inside my door, I knew that I need not look no more.
In spite of all the drama, Martin admitted to learning from the experience, explaining, "If everyone's trying to take away our best song, then we'd better write 25 better ones."
Never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world.
Number 7. Artikal Sound System, Live Your Life versus Dua Lipa's Levitating.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I could take you for a ride.
Levitating might have been one of the biggest hits of 2020, but it didn't ascend the charts without raising some questions. In 2022, Florida reggae band Artikal Sound System filed a lawsuit against Lipa, alleging that her chart-topping track copied their 2017 song, Live Your Life.
All day, all night, party to sunrise now.
According to the band, the similarities in the song's choruses were too striking to be coincidental. They argued that Lipa or her team must have heard their track before creating hers. The case brought attention to the thin line between inspiration and imitation, leaving the otherwise uplifting bop feeling a little less stellar for certain listeners. Number 6. The Chiffons' He's So Fine versus George Harrison, My Sweet Lord. This Beatles solo single earned its place in music history, but not without a price.
My sweet Lord, my Lord.
Harrison was accused of copying the Chiffons' 1962 tune with noticeable parallels in melody and chord progression.
He's so fine. Oh yeah. Gotta be mine. Oh yeah.
In 1976, the case was brought before a judge. Although Harrison insisted that he actually drew inspiration from the Christian hymn "Oh Happy Day," the judge ruled that he had subconsciously plagiarized the earlier song, resulting in a significant courtroom drama.
I really wanna see you. Really wanna be with you.
While his spiritual anthem remains beloved, its legacy will forever be intertwined with a legal battle that some have described as ludicrously protracted. Number 5. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, On the Dark Side, versus Arcade Fire, Keep the Car Running. Arcade Fire's 2007 work showcases their signature blend of indie rock energy and anthemic drive. However, some listeners can't help but notice its uncanny resemblance to John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band's 1983 hit featured in the movie Eddie and the Cruisers. While no lawsuit was ever filed, the comparison persists, with many fans and critics debating whether it was an homage or an unintentional echo of the 80s classic. Either way, Arcade Fire's track proves that even in the indie scene, it's hard to escape the shadow of the past. Number 4. Paramore, Misery Business versus Olivia Rodrigo, Good For You. The similarities between Rodrigo's raging single and Paramore's iconic track didn't go unnoticed.
Well, good for you. You look happy and healthy. Not me if you ever cared to ask.
Listen closely to the two high-energy pop-punk tunes, particularly their choruses, and you'll understand why. Both songs tread the line between upbeat and edgy.
Whatever makes it break. But I got it where I want it now.
That said, Rodrigo has been transparent about Paramore's influence on her own songwriting, with Hayley Williams and Josh Farrow even receiving writing credits for Good For You.
I lost my mind. I've spent the night crying on the floor of my bedroom.
This isn't the first time Rodrigo has faced accusations of copying other artists, but the singer, along with many supporters, including Maroon 5's Adam Levine, has defended this gray area in music, emphasizing that creativity often stems from artists inspiring one another.
Just so unaffected, I really don't get it, but I guess good for you.
Number 3. Tracy Chapman, Baby Can I Hold You versus Nicki Minaj featuring Nas, Sorry. This rap legend found herself in hot water with this track, which interpolated Chapman's classic yearning folk rock ballad.
Sorry. It's all that you can say.
The controversy arose when it was alleged Minaj had used the song without securing the proper rights. Despite Minaj's attempts to make peace, Chapman ended up taking her to court. The track was eventually leaked online, further fueling the issue.
Sorry, is all that you can say.
In 2020, Chapman won the lawsuit and was awarded $450,000 in damages.
But you can say, baby, baby, can I hold you tonight?
While Minaj might have intended Sorry as a tribute, it ultimately became a cautionary tale about respecting intellectual property in the music industry.
You be mine.
Number 2. Marvin Gaye, Gotta Give It Up versus Robin Thicke featuring T.I. and Pharrell Williams, Blurred Lines. In one of the most infamous copyright battles ever, Blurred Lines faced intense scrutiny for its resemblance to Marvin Gaye's hit, Gotta Give It Up.
If you can't hear what I'm trying to say,
Critics pointed to the similar groove, bass line, and overall vibe of the songs. While Thicke and Williams claimed that they were merely inspired by Gaye's style, the court disagreed, ruling in favor of Gaye's estate in 2015. The verdict resulted in a $5 million payout and a share of the song's royalties. The case sparked widespread debate about how to distinguish inspiration from infringement, leaving the already contentious song forever linked to this controversial legacy. Number 1. Queen and David Bowie, Under Pressure versus Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. You've definitely heard both songs, and you've likely heard about the plagiarism case too.
Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly.
Released in 1990, Ice Ice Baby became a massive hit, but controversy erupted when listeners noticed its undeniable likeness to Queen's classic collaboration with David Bowie.
Pressure, pushing down on me, pressing down on you.
Initially, Vanilla Ice claimed the two bass lines were distinct, but this defense didn't hold water, or ice for that matter, and the issue was settled out of court, with songwriting credits and royalties being granted to the original artists.
I'm trying to get away before the jack is jacked. Police on the scene, you know what I mean?
Ice Ice Baby may have solidified Vanilla Ice's place in pop culture, but it also serves as a warning not to borrow without asking, unless you've got millions of dollars to spare.
Ice, ice, baby,
Which of these obvious song imitations surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to your mother.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.